And we are back. I hope everyone had a good break, but we are now moving on to Earth. So we got Ursula here. I like the card, but it's not a good Ursula.
I don't even like the card. Like,
Look at that. Look how they massacred that girl.
yeah, they keep doing that. Like, oh, you got a busted 4-cost legend? Nah, you get nothing now, bros.
Ah, well. It's the most black belt that ever black belted.
Yeah, it's I like the I don't know. I like the way it reads. I like. Cause I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it is just a black belt. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat that, but I think it can cause some problems in the right setting. But it's a bad Ursula, and as you said, they massacred one of the best cards in the game to this level. I think the fact that its name is Ursula is the most insulting thing on this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I read it out. I'll read it out for everyone. It's like 4-cost Ursula forward monk. Brave. When Ursula blocks or is blocked, you may put one backup you control into the break zone. When you do so, Ursula gets plus 4k until end of turn, 8k power. So, you block or attack if they block, or you block with it. You may sack a backup at that instant only once. You only get one trigger. Sack a backup, give it plus 4k, and then yeah.
You've given this card far too much time, man. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move it on before I start talking about Rampare.
Before people start vomiting. 3-cost Arciella, Mobius Red Mage forward. When 7k. When Arciella enters the field or attacks, choose one summon from either player's break zone. You may remove it from the game. If you do so, place one refresh counter on Arciella. Remove one refresh counter from Arciella. Choose one forward. Negate all damage dealt to it. It gets plus 4k power until end of turn. What?
Okay, so let's do some clarification on damage negating. This is if you've got a forward that already has already taken damage. Negating it means that damage is now gone. So if you've got a 5k that's taken 3k damage, and then they would take 2k damage more to kill it, negating the damage would remove that 3k.
It's a heal, not a counter or prevent. It's a heal.
Yes.
You're healing the card of all damage marked on it.
As far as the text box on this card goes, I'm not impressed.
I don't know. I really think there's potential here. Like, even just as a control, stall the game.
But the thing is, you're removing summons specifically, and now that Marshery has copped the ban, are there going to be many decks that run a whole lot of summons anymore?
I can think of at least one person who would.
I probably could as well, but
I think there might be.
I don't know. I just don't see this being like. I don't see this crossing the line, so to speak.
Hell, this kind of makes me feel like Braska Fire Earth.
Yeah. I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, it looks very vanilla, but don't underestimate cards that can just make your board fat. Like,
I mean,
Aerith makes your board fat, she's super unassuming. Soul makes your board fat, he's unassuming. Stern got banned for it.
Also, if you've charged enough on this thing, you got a good swing going in, and it's all instant speed.
Yeah, it's pretty helpful.
And she can have multiples on her. Like, it's not like, you place one then have to remove it before the other one comes on. You could get like 2-3 attacks in, have 4 counters on her, and just go, well, I'm charged.
I think the most important thing on this card is the negating damage.
Yeah. Being able to protect herself is pretty helpful.
Like having the ability to remove excess ping damage just makes her a bit more difficult to kill. Or whatever she targets a bit more difficult to kill. I don't know if that's good enough to cross the line, but
yeah.
Also, I have this one worst case scenario idea with her. You go Titan in response to Titan's ability, pump it.
pretty helpful. Yeah, I think this is, honestly speaking, I think this is one of the sleeper hits. Like it looks very boring, but hey, it gets the job done. And maybe it's just because I'm a sucker for the Opus 13, Opus 12, Opus 12 Alba. But and when a card says remove a summon in the break zone from the game, that just like activates my one neuron that's in my brain.
Oh, look, I hate it. It's why I very much wince when I read The Last Mayor. But the fact that we don't need them in his bin as often as important as we did before, now that Marcherie is gone, kind of makes me feel like there's now a purpose to him in the bin.
Oh, no, like you're punting them out of your opponent's bin, like most.
Oh yeah, you also it's any bin. Yeah, it's also any player's bin.
Yeah, if this was just your bin, like, yeah, if it was your bin only, I'd be like, yeah, maybe not. But since it's either bin,
yeah,
I'm fine with it.
And also, yeah, I think any ability to remove a card from opponent's bin is really good and right now.
The thing is, like, if you're specifically saying I want to remove cards from my opponent's break zone, Earth has got 3 other cards in this set alone that do it better.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, just in general, this to me reads as doing something important.
I'd say 1 card, but yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah, I'd give, like, Miss Dragon the big win on that one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's no Miss Dragon, but hey, at least it's super proactive.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, just, yeah. Cardian, 2-cost, forward, standard unit Mobius. Damage 3, Cardian gets plus 3k power. It is a 5k norm, base. Damage 5, Cardian gets Brave, and Cardian cannot become dull by your opponent's summons or abilities. There are things that do this without needing damage.
They're like, you know, you can pay 2 more to just have Guy from Opus 1.
Or Gudon.
Yeah, or Gudon, who was 1k bigger. Sure, he needs wind, but, you know.
He can also swing twice.
Yeah, he also punches twice. Like, man.
Yeah.
Let's move it swiftly along.
2-cost Gabranth, backup Judge. This better be a Judge promo at some point. Dull, choose 1 forward against Brave until end of turn. You can only use this ability during your main phase. Damage 5, Dull, pay an Earth, put Gabranth into the break zone, choose 1 Dull forward, break it.
Oh, they really did our boy Barsh dirty, didn't they?
Yeah. Elmate Captain Bash. Except it's not Captain Bash. This just makes me want to job Judge Searcher more and more.
Yeah.
Because, like, card at least does something. But, like, it's just that, like...
It's really, really, really average. Like,
yeah, it's the most average card that ever existed.
I don't know, the fact that the thing that gets me for this that I really like is the top ability isn't sacrifice it. So it's not like you're picking between 2.
Like, sometimes you just want Dull choose forward against Brave.
Yeah,
but if you want that, why aren't you playing Momodi?
Because Momodi's a 3-cost and does nothing else.
Also, this can kill something, like outright kill something.
Yeah.
You know, at damage 5 when you need it the most.
Yeah. But once we get job Judge Searcher, we keep this boy in mind.
Yeah,
Same thing with the Fire Gabranth backup. So, until then.
So if we ever get the Opus.
We will. I can cope hard, bros.
Yep.
Opus 26, here we come.
Yeah, Opus 26, we get the Red Mage Searcher and Red Mages and Judges are the best decks in the game.
Oh god. Duke Snakeheart, 2-cost forward, 5k. Dual Horn / Arcanist? Yeah, Arcanist. Back attack. When Duke Snakeheart blocks, break Duke Snakeheart and any forward that are blocked by Duke Snakeheart. I like it, but Amy says no.
No, it's just not even worth it.
Yeah,
it's a nice way to like blow up parties, but the thing is, all of the forwards that are partying are Avalanche operatives, and they just can't die anyway. Yeah. So
Biggs is there, like, hey, yo, get down.
Like Biggs.
The other thing that I can see this being useful for is a 2-cost surprise break Neo X Death that attacks. But if you're attacking with Neo X Death, you're playing the game wrong.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, when has Neo Exdeath been relevant recently?
You'd be surprised.
Oh, okay. I hope I am. But yeah, this feels like the meme about Chuck Norris. Like, the snake bit Chuck Norris, and after like 6 agonizing days, the snake died. And just but with Biggs instead.
Yep.
Well, that could explain why it could explain why he's modelled after Charlie Sheen, because Charlie Sheen has tiger's blood running through his veins.
Oh God.
Yep.
Oh no, it's the logic has come full circle, and I don't like it. 2-cost warrior, backup standard unit. Dull, put warrior into the break zone, choose one forward, it gains plus 2k power until end of turn. If you have received a point of damage this turn, it gains 10k power until end of turn instead.
That's where I really wish all the job warrior support also cared about card name warrior.
I think we can safely move on from this card.
That's all I have to say about that, yes.
This feels like a fog to me, and I don't know how good that is.
It's not a fog.
It's not. It can't fog anything because it's not going to be in your deck.
Okay, fair enough.
It'll fog your binder.
Yeah, bro.
Well, at least it was a common, wasn't it? At least it's in the right place.
Yeah, pretty much.
3-cost Titan, Mobius, summon. Select one of the 2 following actions. Choose one forward of cost 5 or more, deal at 9k damage. The second ability is all the forwards you control get plus 5k power until end of turn.
Now, this is what you could probably consider a quote-unquote fog.
Yeah, that's a very good fog. Hey, it's another good moral summon. Like, sometimes you just need those.
Yeah. If we ever go back to titles again.
Being able to go plus in terms of, like, they play a 5k, they play a 5 cost. Oh, cool. Now I can just shoot it for 9k. Oh, your board's big? My board's bigger.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to Susano me? Well, now my forwards are twice the size of what they were, so Susano does nothing.
Yep.
This also
Very helpful.
This also both counters and helps again. This also helps and counters Titan.
Yeah,
the forward.
Cracks, yeah.
They play Titan, you pump your field, they lose their side. You play Titan and need it to be bigger, and don't have anything else. Cool. I Titan my Titan.
Yeah, pretty much. After everything as well. It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's a solid card.
Yeah, this is a good solid summon. If you have room for it, you might as well.
I'll be honest, one of the few solid cards that Earth got this set, but solid card.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think Earth didn't need the help. I think it's the others needed a bit more help.
Unlike Ice and Lightning the past couple of sets, Earth at least has already good cards to back on, to hold back.
Lean on, yeah.
They're fall back on, and it's like, like a couple of cards here and there can't hurt.
3-cost Bane wannabe over here. Durando Ford. Okay, Viking. I like this actually more now that I see Viking. FFBE. When Durando deals damage to your opponent, choose up to 1 forward in your break zone and up to 1 backup in your break zone, add them to your hand. Special S, until end of turn, Durando gets plus 4k power, brave, and Durando cannot be chosen by your opponent's summons or abilities. Forward 7.
Just abilities.
Cannot be chosen by your opponent's abilities. I always read either of those as both for some reason.
Yeah. So, 2 things to say. 1, thank goodness Layla says card name Viking and not job Viking. Secondly, is what you do with this. You play Cholinka, beat.
Draw 4 cards.
Yeah, get back 4 cards. Easy money.
Assuming those cards are 2 forwards
2 backups and 2 forwards. It's Wind Earth. They're going to be. Trust, bros.
That's fair.
Which
But
Cholinka?
Show him you mean business. Drop this man turn 1.
Which Cholinka?
Ditch 2 backups. The Cholinka that gives something brave and double attack.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, here's the thing. There is another card in this that does something similar to this on a weaker level. So, I like that there's 2 of them.
This is getting out of hand. Anyway.
This is an okay-ish card. Like, sure, draw 2 back is nice. Does things. This card, on the other hand...
3-cost Baron Guardsman. Forward standard unit 7k. When Baron Guardsman enters the field, you may pay Earth. When you do so, name 1 card type. Remove all the cards of name card type in your opponent's break zone from the game. Damage 3, Baron Guardsman gains plus 2k power. Firstly, opponents only. Secondly, it's not a legendary.
Thirdly, it's a standard unit.
Feels good having dissenting opinions. This card's hot garbage.
Well, I actually quite like this card myself. I see. That's like the reason. Like, I don't know. It sits in that really nice spot. Like, if you're going to play a Iridia deck, this actually slots right in because it's category 4.
Yeah, that's a little, if only, relevant part about this card. I don't, because like I know, it's like this is the one card where I feel like honestly, I would honestly rather just have the Mist Dragon.
I mean, I guess we could run both.
I was gonna say, why not both?
But like only in Iridia, and even then, it's probably only going to be a one-off because this thing's just vanilla as hell. Like, oh boy, I have a 3-cost, a 4-cost, possibly a 9k if I'm a damage 3.
Oh look,
I think
after he's entered, I don't give a shit about him. That's why I'm confused why you could play 3 next to each other.
I don't see it, man. I really don't.
I know.
It's the third worst of the bunch, and just like again, the only relevant part about this card is this catfall.
I personally quite like the card. Like, being able to have, access to something that just says, I'm going to eat a specific thing from your bin. It's just helpful. Like, you don't, and it's a body at the same time. Sure, it's not Mist Dragon where it just eats the entire bin and you draw a card, but you can also then use this card to eat the important things from your opponent's bin and then save your Mist Dragons for the Amaterasu.
Yeah.
And then it's all important. But that's the only problem I see is that like when it comes to most of the meta, everything in Break is important. That's why I don't like only hitting one card type.
And something I do hate on this card is good because to deal with like Avalanche now it's got a leg up, but Avalanche you don't want to do sorcery speed exiling because then they get the response and the control.
They just
so
that's
I will
defend.
Yes, I will say that in Squash P's defense, and I can't see that hurts because the only reason I'd want 6 Mist Dragons is specifically for Avalanche because I think the Mist Dragons alone are good for everything else. But it is sorcery speed technically, because you do it, they get all the responses.
It's a fair case. I understand that perspective.
But I still like it. Like I'm saying that while still saying I like it.
Yeah, like it's not going to be like a game breaking or game changing or game ending card. It's just a decently good card. Like it's not like absolute manure like a good chunk of the element. It's fine.
I think what it'll come down to is what do you take out for this and whether that is a factor or not.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot trash, a literal one.
At least we can agree on this one.
1 Seeping Brie monster flan. Oh, it is a flan. When Seeping Brie enters the field, choose 1 forward until end of turn. He gets plus 2k power and brave. Earth 2 generic dull. Put Seeping Brie into the break zone. Choose 1 forward. Deal it 2k damage for each backup you control. Okay.
So I got my turn out of the toilet and put it on a card.
I mean, if your crap looks like that, probably seek medical help.
I was gonna say, what do you eat? Literal metal?
Like, yeah, he's ferrous by nature. He is. But also doesn't even job plan's irrelevant because it's not card names land.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So even the one thing I liked about it doesn't matter.
Like at least the ice one straight up kills.
Yeah.
And that one's garbage.
So,
this doesn't even do that.
This is a best case pay for to do 10k, which is feels dirty.
No, that's the thing. It can't kill anything because it's not going to be in your deck.
Irrelevant. Move on.
Yeah.
Oh, Prish. Cool. 3-cost Prish. Abhorrent 1/monk. Forward. Let me zoom out because I didn't realize. 6k. When Prish enters the field or attacks, choose one forward opponent controls. Prish and the chosen forward deal damage equal to their respective power to the other. Discard one card. Prish gets plus 2k power until end of turn. If the discarded card is a card named Prish, Prish gets plus 4k power until end of turn instead. 5 damage, Prish gets plus 2k power. Oh, that was a tongue twister.
The first real card named Prish support we've gotten since like Opus 7. And it's just so bad, man. Like, the most relevant part about this card is it's a monk. Even then, it's not one you want to play.
So, I feel like this card, like, it has merit. Like, being a monk is certainly good. Entering or attacking, being able to, like, fight something is pretty significant. You've got uses for the excess pressures that you've got, like, in case you want to run the Prish deck. But it's starting off as a 6k. I feel like it's too small to be putting all of these fight effects on it.
Isn't there already a 3-cost monk that when it enters fights, but it lets you pick another monk?
Yeah. And honestly speaking, it's probably going to be a hot take. This is better than that. And you still, like, it's kind of awkward to play.
Well, I was going to say, the best I could see for this is this replaces the other one.
Yeah. It's down to personal opinion. Like,
I don't really think this Prish replaces anything, because the thing is, this is the only Prish that is a monk. So if you're going to run this in monks, you're only going to really have those 3 Prish. If you're going to run this in a Prish deck, then you're going to have a whole bunch of Prish in your deck for no reason.
Yes. But yeah, like, I know that monk is run in the monk deck a little bit, so I guess it would just be, do you want that one or this one, and which of the versatility? Do you want to risk having the higher power, or do you want to risk being able to control which monk fights?
yeah. I mean, I just see it as they made it a monk because they wanted to keep the deck playable. And because,
It was a nice try.
This was designed at a time when Sophie was at 3.
Yeah. I actually...
You just have to remember that, because cards are designed so far ahead.
That is fair too.
Speaking of monks, 5-cost Matt. Forward monk, 9k. Pay an earth. Matt gets plus 1k power until end of turn. Pay an earth, and 1 generic. Matt cannot be broken by opposing summons or abilities that don't deal damage until end of turn.
He steps on the clutch and the toilet goes flush.
Yeah.
Next.
Like, even without the reading of it, the other one is just better.
Like, monks doesn't work without the other mark. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Its crime was having a name. 4-cost Matoya 1, Backup Witch. When Matoya 1 enters the field, select one of the 3 following actions. Choose one character in your break zone, add it to your hand. Remove all the cards in your opponent's break zone from the game. You may pay Earth 2. When you do so, break all forwards. I actually give credit to this. I kind of really like this card. Hey Abisai, how are you doing today? Like, pull me apart if you need to.
No.
I like this card.
Card's cool. Because, again, it's modal. Is that just now Earth's gimmick just being modal?
Oh, they've, like, every element's got some pretty decent modal stuff.
Earth's had a fair few as of late.
Yeah.
From what I've noticed.
I am also quite a fan of this Matoya. It's either a 2 CP backup, a 4 CP exile your opponent's bin, or a potential Shintoto replacement addition.
Or side grade. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing
Why not
I
both?
quite like about this card is that it's Job Witch, which means that Opus 6 Cypher can search for it,
Yes.
and Opus 6 Adia can play it from bid.
If you really wanted to. Like, Earth Lightning Witches were back in business, bros.
Yeah. Get them.
Yeah. Or alternatively, Opus 9 Cypher 8k, bro.
Get that sweet, sweet 8k haste.
Yeah, bro.
Get them.
Yeah, and actually playing a haste right after you board wiped, or the turn after board wiping, is kind of cool.
I said that as a joke, man, but like...
No, but following up a board wipe with a haste is not...
prove me wrong. Someone who goes to one of the 2 re-res events, take Earth Lightning Witches, and if you make top 8, I'll do something.
Buy him a can.
Yeah,
Look, I wasn't specifying like that specific example, but following a board wipe with a haste is not always the worst.
I mean, yeah, but you just do a little. But it's okay. Yeah, but this thing is actually good on its own merits. Like, insane. I love cards that have options. And they're all relevant at any given point.
And the fact that only the third option makes you pay extra as well.
Yeah. So again, it's either 2, 4, or 8.
Yeah. More monks. Man, can we get back to the witches? 2-cost monk standard unit backup. Pay 1 generic, dull it, put monk into the break zone, choose 1 job standard unit. Oh yeah, so this is the earth part of that cycle.
Yeah. And it's the third best of the bunch.
Actually, you beat me to it. Yeah, lightning. Wait till we get to the lightning.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But as for this monk, right now, just doesn't have like nutty targets.
Yeah, I was trying to rack my brain what it hits, and I'm just like, drawing a blank.
That's like a point to the positive for the owl Baron Guard. But it's the only point to the positive I can really think of. But you've got the fighty monk, you've got the that's about it. Like that's the only problem.
Prish,
you're using its first name more than anything.
You got Prish now.
Standard unit. Anyway.
Oh,
yeah.
They all only get back standard.
Monk still means something sometimes to some people.
Yes.
So.
It's a card name monk. Hey, El May Poli. He'll take it.
Yeah, but I think there's enough monks to feed the monk deck as it is. I don't think that's going to be taking any new spots.
Well, let's be fair. All your backups are meaningless except for the 3 cost and the ping 3 for each monk.
Yeah, and the one that deals 3 times monk damage.
That's that one, yeah.
Yeah. 2 cost the Night Dancer. Forward Dual Horn / Trickster 5k FF 2. Your opponent may only declare as many attacks in the same turn as the number of backups they control. When the Night Dancer is put from field into the break zone, choose 1 forward opponent controls. It gains this forward cannot attack until the end of the turn.
Man, you came 3 sets too late.
Yeah, but I still think it might be relevant.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of love this card secretly.
I mean, it's a 2 cost, bro.
I know it's a 2 cost 5k, but I just love the text box where it says, you can't declare more attacks than you have backups. Like, it's just so funny to me. It's like, okay, like, for example, my 50 forwards, Golbez deck, it can never attack while this is in play.
Yeah.
And you get those other, extremely aggressive decks. So you just put down this 2-drop 5k, and if they can't answer it, they can almost never attack properly. It's hilarious.
Like, my Knight's deck in its current form, this can just fuck it up.
Yeah. Just sit this behind it. Just all your removal is dull freeze. Sick.
Yeah.
You only have 1 backup out? Oh, how adorable.
I do have to point out, though, it's a funny card, don't get me wrong. And I know someone somewhere is just going to hard lose to it. How many, backupless aggro decks are we playing right now, though?
Well, that's why we have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, if they pop back up, then you just play this guy as a one-off.
Yeah, that's how I see this. This is probably a tech / sideboard-esque card.
And they do somehow deal with it, cool. You lose an attack.
And here's the thing, though. 2 cost block stops something else from attacking. Technically, it's a double blocker. I don't know. Is that worth 2? That's what I'm...
This is one of those cards where I'm sitting there thinking it could be hilarious fun.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it could also be a hot mess.
Yeah.
Of a card.
Also, I feel it necessary to point out, Night Dancer, not a dancer.
Yeah, I'm frustrated at that. I've been seething over that ever since.
Yeah, he is the trickster. He's tricking you into thinking this is a dancer.
He or she, because that's some wicked lipstick there.
I will say as well, I actually used this card in pre-release, and not gonna lie, I survived about 8 turns longer than I should have because my opponent could never, because they only had 1 backup in play, so they could only attack once.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I just thought of something about the monk. Psychom Enforcer blow up animals. Anyway.
But yeah, I like this card as a tech card.
Yeah, it's cute.
It does things.
Yeah, it does a lot of things, which is good. 7 cost Shadow Lord, Mobius forward, Kindred 9k. When Shadow Lord enters the field, name 1 job, break all the forwards with name, job, and job standard unit. Oh, so you get to kill the job standard units for free, damn. When 3 or more forwards are put from the field into the break zone by this effect, Shadow Lord deals you 1 point of damage. Damage 5, when Shadow Lord gains 1k power and brave, Shadow Lord's element becomes dark. Huh.
You know what? It's another sort of tech card if massive amounts of tribal decks keep taking off.
Yeah, I guess it's a Toto, but one way.
Like this card, like already is interesting. This is the first piece of job-related hate that we've had since Opus 3.
Yeah.
Like that's a long time. So it's already immediately an interesting card. And as RB has just pointed out, it hates on samurais. It hates on avalanche to an extent. Like if you get rid of the mana Model, it also hates on soiree, but not as much. It hates on knights. It hates on pretty much anything that is focused specifically around the tribe.
You deal with their kites. Oh, suddenly Sky Pirates. Yeah, good stuff.
But I still feel this is just going to be a one-off, because wouldn't you rather just still Shantoto?
Well,
I
here's the thing,
still
right?
want a Shintoto, but if you've already played Shintoto...
I'll say this now, right? Again, if job-based things become better, hot take, this is better than Titan.
Oh, yes. I will say it's better than Titan in that case, yes.
I'll be honest, this is already better than Titan anyway, because it's
one side.
Technically one-sided.
Yeah. That's...
Because you're not playing... Like, you wouldn't play... I don't think you'd ever really play standard units in a deck with Shadow Lord in it anyway. Plus, it just goes... Like, and in the matchups where it's bad, for example, like Category 4, like, none of their jobs line up, then you just put it in the bin.
You can call Apprentice Mage and kill the twins.
Yeah, but that's about it.
Like, there are enough, like, random decks that have a decent amount of the same job where this guy will be super relevant. And also taking a point of damage, oh, cool, I hit Tyro, I guess I really win the game now.
Yeah.
The only downside I see is it doesn't hit their side's entire field. So you may not get hit on your end, but they're not fully hit on their end on their side either.
Yeah. Possibly, yeah. Also important to note, yes, this is tunable with Tyro, but this is also a Category 11 card. You can search for this with Star Sibyl.
Yeah, Star Sibyl, very good.
Which is why I was saying I feel this is a one-off card with Star Sibyl.
Yeah, like obviously you're going for Shintoto first with Star Sibyl, but
Well, I think it depends. You play it, depending on what the field situation is, you make that decision.
Yeah. Like, if you only need the one-sided and then playing a tribal deck, you play the Shadow Lord. If you need things to just go away, play Shintoto.
Yeah.
If you're already in 5 backups, play Shadow Lord.
Yeah, may as well.
Yes, and that's the other thing. Yeah, if you're backup locked, this is at least still playable.
Yeah, and then just randomly be a 10k if you're a damage 5, which this can put you towards.
Yes. Which actually is, very relevant.
Yeah, just got to be careful with running more than one dark card, because the moment this thing becomes dark, it breaks all of the dark things
around it. Yeah,
it just creates the black hole. I don't already control Necron.
That's true too.
Oh god, Necron Fire Ice Earth.
I mean, we're already doing that, but
Yeah, but I think like with some of the additions in this set.
But why are you running fire cards in your Necron
deck? There's just the one-off lure for some reason.
Yeah, right.
That does nothing. 1 cost Ewan. EX Burst, forward, Nightfall, 3k. When Ewan is put from the field into the break zone, you may put Ewan on top of its owner's deck. Damage 3, EX Burst. When Ewan is put into the damage zone, choose 1 forward, break it. This ability may only be used as an EX Burst. I kind of don't mind a 1 cost infinite blocker, I guess. That then you can turn to an EX Burst.
He's cool.
It's funky. Like, it's kind of entertaining, just the fact that you can, you just play it at damage, you play it at damage 2 and watch your opponent sweat it.
Yeah.
It's like, they've got an infinite blocker and they'll just constantly play it, and it costs them 1 CP, and then, oh no, I broke it, and then it goes to the top of the deck, and then they attack and they forget, now it's just going to kill a thing,
Yeah, this is a bullet you just have to take unless you have Exile. Like, this is
But
literally...
but the thing is, are you exiling a 1-drop 3k?
If it stops an infinite loop like that, yes. I will Ami
Doesn't
that,
even do
even.
that.
I will Ami that, even, to be honest.
Nah, not worth. Again, you're amming a 1-drop, like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I think Miss Dragon would be the better, because at least you're taking out a bunch of other cards with it.
But at least, like, with this, you can sort of just sit there and be like, yeah, go on, come on, come.
Run at me.
Yeah. But yeah, he's niche, but at least he's interesting.
Yeah, he's the road, like, spike strips cops throw in front of a car.
It's a nice design space. That's what I'll give it. It's a nice design space.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can run 3 of them in a deck, so yay.
Yeah.
For sick.
We got Lice, 4-cost forward fighter 8k. You cannot play Lice or a card named Yardo while already in control of either character. If a forward forming a party you control is dealt damage, the damage becomes 0 instead. When a party you control deals damage to your opponent, draw 1 card. Lice deals your opponent 1 point of damage. This effect will trigger only once per turn. Okay.
Hey, look.
Hey,
It's a
Sophie,
legend.
how you doing?
Yeah, it's a legend, bros.
Yeah.
Like, it says hero, actually legend, because like, yeah, how we were talking all this like positives about Avalanche. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why.
This just slots straight into that deck.
So
Yeah,
this
like,
basically says, you know
immediately.
the one weakness of partying? Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's
Forget
pretty
about it. Just keep
yeah,
on partying.
forget about.
Forget
So,
about
I
it.
also do like that this with the, what's it called? The, Jesse is draw 2.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's draw 1, then hit, draw 1, ping 1.
Yeah.
You know, clouds clearing the way, bigs, you know. Yeah,
Bigs
it's
it
like,
up.
oh, I can't deal them damage, but I can like break them. No, bigs. It's okay, bros. Yeah, and like, there is also a world where this thing was a monk, and everything was like,
Horrible.
yeah,
Then they
Oh,
changed
God.
it to fighter because they had no choice.
yeah. It's like, yeah, couldn't even be a scion. Like,
Yeah. No party, no die.
So see, if this was Monk, you knew Ursula was getting banned the next day.
Oh.
like,
I don't know about that, but this definitely says, you know.
Yeah.
Am I partying? Well, I'm good.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like, you know, goes great with Noctis.
Yeah, the light one.
Yeah.
Alright, we're back to the Chaos cycle for Earth. 5-cost Lich. Forward Chaos 9k. When Lich deals damage to a forward or is dealt damage by a forward, break that forward. When you, and this is again, if you're taking the 5th point of damage and there's a Lich in your bin and you can play it, you pay 1 to play it from bin to field.
So
Yeah,
this
is
is
the best one.
this is the best one. I would play this without any chaos support.
Yeah, just comes back because you know,
It's Death Touch. It's Death Touch with Fight.
Earth at the very least has like fight and punch, so you can
Yeah.
at least take advantage of him even while he is dull.
No, I kind of think this is one of the better ones from what I've seen.
And
Like the
like,
fact that
also
it just
another-
straight up kills something, like
Yeah,
no matter
and-
what the situation. Like
Yeah.
Squall, this is one of
Yeah,
the
Squall
cards that
cannot
says
attack while
Squall
this guy is
cannot
out.
attack.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one of the few
Cannot
cards
target
that says
things.
it.
Oh, it says it can attack. It just doesn't.
Oh,
It
no,
just
no, no,
dies.
it attacks, deals 4k to board, Lich triggers, Squall dies.
Yeah, I know, no. I'm saying that, but at least it does get that trigger still. Just the first one
Not
only.
worth it, because
Oh no, it's
It's
not.
so
It's
not
not. I'm
worth
saying
it.
it's not worth it. And I like that even with the double damage, it still doesn't kill this thing, so it's still not even worth it.
easily the best of the bunch, but still kind of there. As unfortunate as it is.
I'll be honest. I actually kind of like this card. Like, if I was playing an Earth deck, I would probably put this card in it.
Yeah, chuck a one of him. No reason not to.
Like, it's got it does good things. Surprisingly good things. For
It's at
its
least
element.
functional as a card.
Yeah, it works.
Also, how you doing, Ben? Rydia,
This
5
card,
cost.
however, does not work.
Yeah,
No.
5 cost Rydia backup. When Rydia enters the field, choose 1 forward, put it into your break zone. Choose 1 forward, put into your break zone from the field during this turn. Play it onto the field. Regus has something to say about shit. Regus.
Bro. This is the sickest one of
Oh god, he comes
ever, bro.
with the
Ursula,
burbs.
sack my, don't get my pay yang.
I don't like
We
it
just would
still.
like to know your location.
Yeah.
I still don't like it.
No. I mean, yeah, that's like. It's not worth it. I just like it's funny that it's at least you don't have to splash lightning or like have to rely on Tyro and Toto.
Yeah, but I still
It's
don't
kinda
like it.
bored.
It's still bad. Like
It's
But at
Cat
least
4 though. Nah, this card is bad.
It's a summoner,
But it's
Rydia
Cat
can
4,
search
though,
for
but
it.
the thing that cares about Cat 4 is Rydia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's the joke I was just making. It can be searched up by Rydia.
Yeah, this card is manure.
And on top of that, there's like so many good Rydias, like even if it was somewhat good, it would still probably be overshadowed. And this is the guy I was talking about before that also does a similar effect to the last card earlier on, I can't remember its name. 3 cost Lorenzo. Forward Dragoon. Lorenzo. Forward Dragoon FFBE 7k. When Lorenzo attacks, Lorenzo will not activate during your next active phase. He essentially freezes himself when he attacks. When Lorenzo attacks until end of turn, Lorenzo doubles its power and gains when Lorenzo deals damage to your opponent. Choose one character in your break zone, add it to your hand.
You're playing the Switch Linker and nothing else.
Yeah.
Am I really playing 5-color Dragoons?
Why are you even running this in
That
in the first place?
That being
Dragoon, man.
that being said, attacking with a 14k to get what's her name, Freya back to Freya special is kind of just stupid.
Oh, it's funny. It's never happened because you're never playing this card, but it's just worse than a card that's really bad that is in the same set.
Yeah,
This card makes me want to vomit.
Yeah.
it's
And like again, I feel like this guy could have just had S activate. And
Yes.
it might have been maybe a tiny bit better.
especially since his
Oh, but we can't
FFBE.
make
So
FFBE too powerful now. Come on.
Nah.
yeah, but I think that works with the FFBE thing that we'll see later on. That would have been really good if it was just special
Railroad
S
away
activate.
from Soiree, please.
Anyway, moving along.
Yep,
Right,
we are
let's get
done
to a
with
good
Earth.
Oh, purple cards.
Yeah, we're into the lightning. We're into the meat of the meeting.